Good morning, everyone. It's your boy Connor. Welcome back to Slinging Sips. Going back to an El Salvador coffee I had from Broadsheet Coffee Roasters. Been a while since I've made a cup of coffee from them, but also I'm so low on beans that I need to make it into a Turkish coffee that requires a smaller dose of coffee to make. So, recipe I used was I put 13 grams of coffee in. There was about a gram of purge, so we got about a 12-gram dose for the coffee itself, ground to an absolute super fine grind size. I heated up water in the kettle to 60 degrees Celsius and used that to heat up the vessel which I was going to pour my coffee into. And I also used it to start the extraction process. Albeit a slower paced extraction process for the coffee that I was going to be brewing. I got a little heater ready and I made sure to weigh out 1 to 10 ratio. So 12 grams of coffee, 120 grams of water. And got the Cezve on the burner. I set up to about like a just below medium heat setting. And so for the first minute, you have it sit on that very setting, and you agitate the coffee a little bit, and then you change the heat setting at the 1 minute marker. And so I changed it to near high, but not quite. So in between medium and high, kind of somewhere in the middle of that. And then let it agitate, let it rise for the next minute and 15 seconds. So got a final on heat extraction time of 2 minutes and 15 seconds, plus the 45 seconds of initial 60 degrees Celsius water, and also 20 stirs, 10 in each direction. And you're using kind of a flicking motion when you're doing it. Not too aggressive, but more aggressive than you would if you were breaking a crust of something like an AeroPress or a French press coffee. And that really breaks up the fine granules that way. So final extraction time of 3 minutes with varying heat, which is something that is really fun to work with. None of the other coffee brewing methods I have kind of operate in that way. And they're not unfiltered like this one is. So I'm waiting another 2 minutes, 3 minutes for it to cool down. I'm waiting for the coffee granules from the top to fall to the bottom, since there are coffee grinds in there, and it takes a little time. So a lot of extraction. That should mean that this should be a very powerful cup, like I've described before when I made Turkish coffee on this channel. Just probably only once. I've got to do it more often. It's a beautiful spring morning. After this, I'm probably going to go on a little walk just to get me feeling good. My left knee is currently injured from stress, so I'm nursing that back to health so I can continue knocking out ultras this summer, and hiking goals, cycling goals, all that good stuff. It's in the 40s, so it's a little bit chilly right now. It should warm up. Anyways, I think this coffee is ready to drink. Wow. It's very sweet. It's a very juicy coffee. I get certainly notes of cocoa. It's nutty. But overall, it's just very fruity as well. It fills up your entire mouth. Expresses itself on a more extensive level than on the other brewing methods, just because of the level of extraction and agitation that it takes to brew a good cup of Turkish coffee. It's just very well dialed in. took me a while to decide to brew Turkish coffee on this channel, just because, well, I know there's a lot of experts out there that know more than I do. But it also took me a while for me to feel confident in my recipe enough to display it on the channel. So that's what I've done here. It's really good. 10 out of 10. Broadsheet Coffee Roasters is a great coffee roaster to source from if you're looking for a good whole bean product, or if you just want to go there. Go to Cambridge, Somerville. It's right near the line. They will make you a fantastic espresso drink on the spot, and it's really cool atmosphere. Very light, very airy. What you want to see in a coffee shop. Amazingly, there's just no bitterness in this cup either. Even with all that extraction, even with how small those granules are. It's basically just a fine powder. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna finish this cup of coffee, go on my walk. I've got work today, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.